ஹே கைஸ், நான் உங்க ஆர்ஜே கெவின் பேசுறேன். நான் இங்க நல்லா இருக்கேன். நீங்க எல்லாரும் அங்க சூப்பரா இருப்பீங்க அப்படின்னு நம்புறேன். இன்னைக்கு நம்ம வீடியோல எதை பத்தி பார்க்க போறோம் அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, என்கிட்ட நிறைய பேர் கேட்ட ஆங்கிலோஃபோன் ஆன்லைன் இங்கிலீஷ் கிளாஸோடைய மாடல் கிளாஸ் வீடியோ தான் இது. ஸோ வீடியோக்குள்ள போகலாம் வாங்க. இந்த வீடியோவில் கேன் அண்ட் குட்டோடைய டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் என்ன அப்படின்றது தான் நம்மளோட ட்ரைனர் சொல்ல போறாரு. ஸோ வீடியோவை ஸ்கிப் பண்ணாமல் பாருங்க, அப்பதான் அவங்க எப்படி எஃபெக்டிவாக நடத்துறாங்க அப்படின்றது உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். நம்ம ஆல்ரெடி ஆங்கிலோஃபோன் அண்ட் இங்கிலீஷ் பார்ட்னரோடைய டீடைல்டு ரிவ்யூ பண்ணிட்டோம். அந்த வீடியோவில் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஃபீஸ் என்ன, டைமிங் என்ன, ரியலாகவே அது வர்த்தா இல்லையா அப்படின்றத எல்லாமே நான் தெளிவாக சொல்லியிருப்பேன். ஸோ பார்க்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க, நான் மேலே கார்டு கொடுக்குறேன், கீழே டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷனில் லிங்க் கொடுக்குறேன். ஸோ மறக்காம போய் செக் பண்ணிடுங்க.
Day 8 Can and Could. CANCOULD. When I started entering into my career long back, I had this doubt: why should we have two different words having almost the same meaning? I'm speaking about can and could. Today's topic for discussion is library, and I'll give you some examples on how you should use can and could, or where you should use can and could. If I ask you this question, what is the difference between can and could? Do you have an answer? Think. Now let me describe about can. Can be used when you speak about an ability. Number 2, when you want to ask for some, or when you want someone to permit you for doing something. I mean, when you want to ask for permission. Number 3, when you want to request. Number 4, when you want to give some suggestions. So these are the areas where you should use can. I'll repeat it again: ability, asking for permission, requesting, and suggesting. But could can also be used in the same places, again for asking permission, and also to request. But let me say you one little thing. Now listen to both the sentences. Can you take that pen for me? Could you take that pen for me? Which one do you think is more polite? It is definitely could. When you use could in your sentences, could is going to be more polite than can. I'll repeat it again with another example. I'm very happy. Some students have asked me to add more examples in my lecture. So that's why I'm adding more examples from here on. Now listen to my second example. If you want to differentiate the strength of politeness, now listen to my examples. Can you provide me a glass of water? Could you provide me a glass of water? Now here you have the difference. Could, when you use could in the sentence, your sentence becomes more polite, okay, than a sentence with can. Now let me say you another difference. Now can, you should use can only when you speak about present tense or future, but please don't use can when you speak about past tense. Example: I can read many books. In the sense, now I'm able to read many books. I could read many books. I could. So what I'm saying is could should be used only when you speak about past tense. So I could read many books, in the sense, in my past days I was able to read a lot of books, but not now. I'll give you another example. I can read 50 pages in 1 hour. Now the second sentence is I could read 50 pages in 1 hour. What is the difference? I can read is now, but I could read is past tense. So these are the differences. There are two differences. Could should be used when you speak about past tense. Can should be used when you speak about present tense or future. And could can be used when you want to speak more politely. And both these words can be used when you want to speak about ability. Ability in the sense your efficiency. For example, I'll give an example for ability. I can run. Yeah, so I can run is an ability. Second thing, asking permission. Can you come inside? Could can also be used for the same thing. Could you please come inside? Could is more polite. Requesting. Can you search for a book? Can you search for a book? Can you search that? So it is like a request. Or suggestion. You can get that book from that shelf. It is like a suggestion. So you have can and could is more polite. I'm repeating it again. And could should be used when you speak about past tense, when you speak about your ability, when you want to ask for some permission, requesting, suggestion, all those things you can either use can or could. Now I'll give you some more examples for can. I can read many books at a time as I am a voracious reader. Voracious. What do you mean by voracious reader? Voracious reader or avid reader. AVID. You have these two vocabulary. Voracious reader or avid reader. Avid and voracious means a person who loves reading and reads a lot. So I'll repeat the example. I can read many books at a time as I am a voracious reader. Second example. Can I get a book from the library? Can I get a book from the library? Next one. Can you search for a book? Can you search for a book? Or can you help me to search for a book? Next one, you can get that book from that shelf, which I gave in the previous sentence. You can get that book from that shelf, or you can ask him for a book. You can take the book for 1 week. So you can use can in all these areas. Now I'll give you some examples for could. COULD. Yesterday, I couldn't or I could not read the book as I had a hectic schedule. Yesterday, I couldn't read the book as I had a hectic schedule. I told you when you speak about past tense, you should use could and cannot use can. So I've used the word hectic. Hectic in the sense some busy, some frustrating, all those things. Now listen to my pronunciation of, normally we say schedule. SCHEDULE, right? Schedule. Don't say schedule. Say schedule. Schedule. Jule. So that is the right pronunciation for the word schedule. Don't say schedule. Some say schedule. Schedule is wrong. Schedule is wrong. The right pronunciation is schedule. Imaginary spelling for pronunciation is SCHED, sched, plus JOOL or JOUL would be fine. Next example is, could I speak to the librarian? See, could I speak to the librarian? Question mark. It is more polite, right? Now, third one is, could you please arrange that books for me? Thank you. So when you use could, it becomes more polite.
ஹே கைஸ், அவர் நடத்தின கேன் அண்ட் குட்டுக்குரிய டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிச்சா இல்லையா அப்படின்றத கமெண்ட்ல மறக்காம போட்டுட்டு போங்க. ஸோ உங்களுக்கு இன்னும் நிறைய டெமோ கிளாஸ் வீடியோஸ் வேணும் அப்படின்னா அதையும் கமெண்ட்ல போடுங்க, நான் உங்களுக்கு அப்லோட் பண்றேன். ஸோ டேக் கேர், டாடா, பை பை.
மறக்காம சர்ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. தேங்க்யூ.